Howdy Pioneers, Jeezy here. Coffee Stain just dropped the 1.1 teaser trailer on us, and it has actually some really cool new cosmetic as well as some functional stuff. The trailer in true Satisfactory fashion does not explicitly tell you what these things are, and they're hidden in some very creative builds. So I thought it would be fun to go over the trailer and point out some of the things hidden in the background that you might have missed. Starting off with this first intersection shot, we of course have the intersections for the hypertubes here, 3 ways shown. Unsure if there's going to be another one of those later, as well as a sneaky little thing that you might not have noticed, which is that the signals are now on the left side of the tracks, maybe allowing for signals to not be placed inside walls anymore. And right here for just a moment, as the lights and camera focus on these pillars, you can see that they are actually a new type of studded pillar. Now this shot has quite a few things to break down. We have at least 2 new types of cables, these thicker braided metal cables, as well as some thinner ones which seem to be made up of multiple strands. As well as along the side of the bottom of the bridge here, we have a new type of beam, it appears, some kind of gridded girder, as well as one that goes up the vertices of the bridge supports itself. And then of course, how could you miss the big rolling door? Now I tried to go over this section as much as I could, but as hard as I tried, the only thing that I could find was these little item display shelves. And then here, this stunning aerial shot of the drone port building. You can see that there are some little vents on the roof. Now this is probably the most meaningful shots in the entire trailer, as it shows some item throughput counters on these belts, and the values on these actually do change. So actual vanilla way of tracking whether your belts are running at efficiency. That's great. As well as a glimpse at vertical mergers and splitters. You can see they actually have ports along the top and the bottom, and some of them are missing ports along the side. This shot is actually incredibly exciting for multiple reasons. First off, in the background, you can get a sneak peek at one of the new elevator blocks, as well as, I'm not sure if that's a new window on the outside of it, or if that is just part of the elevator itself. Time will tell. We've got a closer look at the concrete pillars on the left-hand side, as well as what appears to be a new pillar base. These things look great. They look like they snap together very easily in the middle, and because of the rounded nature, you won't have to deal with any clipping like with the other pillars that we already have. I've seen some people point out elsewhere that they think this is a new industrial railing piece, and while that would be awesome, while that's what I thought when I initially saw this, upon further examination, it does look like it might be the industrial railing piece that is already attached to the T-junction, so hopefully something like that will be included. Maybe they aren't teasing everything they have for us. We also get a closer look at those 4 times braided cables from the bridge earlier. In this shot, we can see more of those wall vents, as well as a clearer shot of the elevator. But the big thing here is the belt and pipe placement is very smooth. Normally, you can't get belts and pipes to place like that without excessive support usage. And even then, you'd have trouble getting them to look so smooth. So with the way that they're presenting information in this trailer, it leads me to believe that there's going to be some kind of new placement mode for belts and pipes, perhaps one that's similar to the way that rails place down. One final thing that I was able to pick out of this garage door shot, which passes by very quickly in a split second, is that it appears there are some new vanilla wall holes, as there are 4 belts passing through about 2.5 walls. You would normally need to have 1 belt per wall. And then of course the reveal that everything in this trailer was made using the new photo mode, which is going to be incredible for, making these kinds of videos in the future. You won't have to use something like Fix-It Cam maybe, you can just use the in-game tools. I'm especially excited for some of those filters, and that's all that I could find. I watched the trailer about 20 times and tried to pick apart every little bit that I could. If you're here watching this, I'm sure that you're just as excited about all these new things as I am. Let me know down in the comments if there was anything that I missed. I mean, this trailer's really dense, and of course, there are probably people who noticed things that I didn't. Let me know if any of the things that I mentioned were things that you missed, or what the thing is that you're most excited for. And thank you for all of the warm support and comments under some of my previous videos. I'm going to be putting out some factory tour videos as those have been widely requested. So that's what you can expect to see coming up in the next few weeks from me. If you'd like to stop by and see what my current factory progress is looking like, here's a bit of a sneak peek for you. You can come hang out over on Twitch at the link in the description below. But regardless of how you choose to spend the rest of your day, I hope that it's a good one. And as always, I'm Jeezy, and I'll see you in the next one.